We play and call it work.
Learning Infinity Bat Rep.
Hey there, Wargamers, and welcome to another Infinity Bat Rep. I'm joined today with Quirk, and we're going to be playing an ITS scenario, 300 points of Lifeblood. So, and you have your hot pink Nomads.
Just jealous.
Kind of, actually. They are blinding, and you will see them in just a second. I'll be running the studio's PanO today, and should be an interesting one.
It'll definitely be fun.
Yeah, I haven't done the scenario before, so we've got the board set up and whatnot. So we're going to take a look at the board and the armies. But remember, if you guys ever want to come in and get a game in with us, first off, we'd love to see that. We love meeting new people, and this goes for War Machine, Infinity, Warhammer, 40K, Age of Sigmar, basically anything. Go to MiniWarGaming.com/challenge. You're going to find all the email addresses there. Email whoever you'd like to get a game in with and whatever system, and we're going to do whatever we can to make it a reality. So hopefully we hear from you. Anyway, let's go take a look at the board and the armies. Here is Quirk's 300 points of Nomads. Why don't you quickly let us know what you have?
Absolutely. So starting off, I've got my hot pink Mobile Brigada. I have a Hellcat over here. I also have a Spectre and a Grenzer. Behind them, I have 3 of the Agiseals. I also have 2 geckos. One has a combi, the other one has two combi, the other one has a MK12. And then I've also got whatever this guy is that you put in my list.
That's your HVT for classified objectives.
There we go.
Yeah. So there is the 300 points.
Oh, and I also have my reaction Zod.
Total reaction bot. Gotcha. And my 300 points of PanO. So I have it being Joan of Arc right in the center there with a combi rifle and her pistol. I do have 3 Fusiliers in the back there, 1 regular Fusilier, 1 Observer Repeater, and 1 Paramedic right there. I do have a Neo-Terra Bolt with a missile launcher. I have a Nice with a multi-sniper rifle, 2 Alcalis Commandos, 1 with a boarding shotgun, and 1 with a hacking device. I do have a Father Knight Forward Observer, as well as an Aquila Guard with an HMG. And then there is my HVT target. We have our initiative roll. I need a 15. Quirk needs a 14.
I went over on a 16.
Okay, so I will pass. I am going to choose. I'm going to go for turn order.
All right.
So I will choose to go first, I guess.
You sound very unsure.
I'm very unsure. You know what? Scratch that. No, I'm going to choose deployment order, and I'll have you deploy first.
Alrighty.
And what will you do for turn order?
I do believe I get to pick that after deployment, do I not?
Yeah, sure, we'll deploy and we'll let you decide then.
Okay.
And here is the table. So the way the supply crates scattered, unfortunately, it's giving him a little bit of an advantage because there's 1 right in the center, 3 very close to his deployment lines. He was able to infiltrate something up there for another supply crate, and then the 6th one just hiding under that building. So the Nomads are going to have quite the advantage, and he has set up quite the line. You know, a couple geckos, the Aguacils, his Grenzer, his Mobile Brigada, his Total Reaction Bot. And he's got a couple guys that are either infiltrated or going to be dropping in. On my side, I have over here, I have the Aquila Guard with a Fusilier holding the flank, the Nice with a nice line of vision across the table there. Got another Fusilier Forward Observer ready to run forward. My Neo-Terra Bolt with a missile launcher and the Paramedic backing him up. And then Joan and the Father Knight just hanging out over here. So, we have all deployed, and what's the turn order going to be, Quirk?
Well, looking at the way you have lined up everything, I feel like it would be very foolish of me not to go first.
Alright, so it will be the first turn for Nomads. And right at the get-go, I'm going to use my command token to reduce your primary order pool by 2 for the first turn.
Alright.
First order of the game, the Grenzer is going to try and take a pop shot at the Nice, you said?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the Nice hiding right over here. So I do have Mimetism right off the bat there. I am in cover, so that's going to be -6 right off the get-go.
Yeah, just checking the range here. You are within 31, so that's a +3, so it would be -3 to my ballistic skill.
Okay, and I do have a couple of AROs to declare. My Bolt with the the missile launcher will ARO. Mm-hmm. The Nice, of course, is going to shoot back as well. Mm-hmm. And that looks like it. I only have the 2 AROs. And my shot back will be the double action. So if I do get a successful one, you're going to be rolling twice. Looking at straight ballistic, as we both have cover, we both have multi-spectrals. So you're ignoring my mimetism. So we have 13s each. Oh no.
2, and those were double actions.
Oh, I thought you said anti-material.
Those are double.
Oh, that's right. That is double.
Material
Yeah.
is a double action. So this is damage 15.
And I might be okay here between cover and armor.
And there's 2.
First 2 succeeded with between my armor 3 and my cover of 3. I need to roll 10s for these. And the second 2.
There's 1.
Oh, that will drop my niece unconscious. First shot of the game, the niece goes down, but just unconscious. So if I can get my paramedic over there, possibly get him back up. The other arrow from the missile launcher on the bolt into the Grenzer. Now, given cover and range bands, I'm going to need 10 because it's -3 for cover, and my range band is at just a 0. So let's get lucky here. Oh, and it's the anti-material mode.
Ooh.
Doesn't matter, it's going to miss. Spending a second order, I'm going to move the Alguacil up.
Right there.
Just going base to base. And you're going to attempt to identify it?
Yep.
So just a straight up willpower roll.
All right.
Willpower 13.
Oh, no.
So not discovered yet. Order on the Gecko. Just going to move it forward and...
Forward and forward. We double checked everything here, so there is nothing that can arrow into him.
No, just looking to get into a better position.
Yep.
Alguacil. Just going to do 2 short order movements to get up to the crate, so he can spend another order and possibly identify it.
Yep.
Another order being spent, short order. Going to try and identify it on a willpower 13.
Gets it.
All right, so that's going to be 1 identified crate. And the red token just being put down there to mark it as being identified by Nomads. Spending another order over here. Going to attempt to identify that crate. So once again, needing a 13.
Got it.
You got it.
Crit identify.
You identified it critically. I think you put it down. You made it feel bad about itself. You were very critical in your identification.
I know everything about this crate.
You pointed out every single flaw. It is not a companion cube for you.
No.
Final regular order. Your Grenzer is going to attempt to take out my missile launcher Neoterra Bolt. The ARO will obviously be for me to shoot back at you.
Okay.
We're both sitting in cover. The range band, the Grenzer's going to have +3. I'm going to be at 0 for that. So he's going to need 13, and I will need 10. And he's got 2 shots, double action. All right.
Oh, yours gets through. Mine does not.
Oh, right. And mine
This
is
might not end well.
it's explosive and I think anti-armor piercing. Armor 1, so that's going to be staying where it is, but it is explosive, so you're going to be rolling 3 dice for this, and with your cover, you're looking at a total of armor 4, so you need to roll 11s or better on 3 dice. So go ahead.
Oh, I saw that one go like this, and I was like, I did it!
So
And then it was
close!
like, no.
So close! But the Grenzer is knocked unconscious, so if you have a paramedic, you will be able to possibly get him back up, but at least the sniper duel is over.
Alrighty.
And the mighty pink Grenzer is unconscious. Spending the lieutenant order on the mobile brigada. I'm just going to issue a move. We've already checked line of sights. Not going to be provoking any arrows from this since the niece has gone down. And at the end of Nomad turn 1, he does have 2 crates that have been identified. So right now he is ahead of the game in that regard. We've both lost a single order in the form of our snipers. So we're going to see how that affects things as we go into turn 1 for PanO. Spending my first order on the Father Knight here, just going to do a move. We've already checked the line of sight, so there's not going to be anything that can see him. So that's just going to get him across the road and end happy right there. Second order, once again on the Father Knight, going to get him 4 inches, going to get him right up to the door, to which he's going to attempt to open it. Now, I'm not entirely sure how to operate a door that's not a hackable one, so we're going to treat this like physical. If we get that wrong, just let us know in the comments, and we'll make sure we do it right going forward. So, just going to attempt to open the door, which he will. We're just going to pop that out. Going to spend a third order on the Father Knight, moving him forward 4 inches. I don't think that's going to be enough to get him in base. So, it's actually going to be the move then to get him into base, and it's going to spend a 4th order to attempt to identify it. Next short order, on the 4th order to identify it, willpower 13, and it's good. So that will be a PanO objective. I'm going to spend the order on one of the Achilles to bring him in. This is the one with the hacking device. I'm not quite sure if I'm within the 8 inches. I don't think I am, but we're going to try either way. And does he scatter? Oh boy, he scatters. Where's he scatter to? to the 18. So we're looking for the 9. So that's the 9 right there. So it's going to scatter 16 inches back, which is very likely just going to put me right back there, which is not ideal, but at least it's not into a bunch of arrows. I'm going to spend an order on the bolt with the missile launcher, and he's just going to fire into your total reaction bot with the AP explosive round.
Alright, I'm going to arrow back with full ballistic skill.
Sure will! So my missile launcher is at a 0 modifier for the range, but he is in cover, so that's going to be -3, so I'll be hitting on 10s. Your total reaction bot is at -3 for the range band, and I'm also in cover, so you're looking at -6s. But at the very least, you have a burst of 3 because your total reaction. Oh, burst of 4.
Yep.
I need 10 on 1 die, you need 5s on 4. I got a crit.
Oh.
Yeah, my crit beats your crit, and that is AP and explosive. So the first one goes through, knocking him just down, and let's see if he's just out and out destroyed. Roll 2 more, and this is strength 14
Against his.
So you have armor. You have armor.
I'm gonna let me double.
No armor, just cover. So you need to roll 12 or better.
Nope.
And one of them succeeded, but the other one is gone. So that total reaction bot is down, completely destroyed. Spending an order on this Fusilier. And we're pretty sure he's not going to be provoking any arrows, so he's just going to move right across the street. Getting him to about there, I believe. Yep, right about there. And let's just make sure he's not provoking anything. Does not appear so. Nah, your Grenzer's dead.
He's unconscious.
He's unconscious. Fair enough, unconscious. Spending my last regular order, going to move him up 4 inches, just getting behind the cover right here. And his second short order is actually just going to be deploying a repeater. It's hiding out right there. I'm going to spend the other Alcala Commando's order, and I'm going to attempt to drop him in right where... Yeah, I think right where the other one attempted to drop in. So right over here. Is there any... you just remembered you had a hacker, so do you want to try and disrupt my my ability to jump in accurately?
I most certainly do.
Okay. Need an 11 using the aircraft one, I believe? Yep. So need an 11 on willpower.
Oh. I bobbed between the 10.
Okay, so he's not going to be taking any more modifiers to this, so... Does he make it in? No, he's going to disperse anyway. Going to the 1. So, 16 inches this way. And that will result with the Akel Commando jumping down right there next to your camo token. And I'm going to spend my lieutenant order on my father knight, and he's just going to move up and basically get right next to the door here, and basically just kind of hang out. But he's going to angle in such a way that he can see both doors. And that will end PanO turn 1. So I was able to get one of the objectives, knock out 2 of his orders, so that is going to put me up a little bit as we go into Nomad turn 2. First order for Nomads, an Aguacil moving up to the door, going to attempt to open it up. Now, because I don't have line of sight, I don't really have options to do anything else here. So go ahead. Nope, door stays closed.
Alright, I'm going to spend another order and do it again.
Go for it.
There
we go. So that door will open up. Another order being spent on the Aguacil. Gonna move her in. My arrow is going to be a dodge to engage.
Alright.
He's shooting back. We are each looking for 14s here.
Hit. Oop, that was a hit.
Yeah, that was 2 hits there. Okay, excellent. So that's 2 hits, and my dodge failed to go off. Needing 9s or better. Oh, so that is 1 wound that's going to go through. Thankfully, though, the Father Knight does have 2 wounds and religious troops, so no guts check to be required in this case. And that's 1 wound on the Father Knight. Order being spent on the Mobile Brigada.
Firing a flame template through the door.
Alright, and once again, I'm going to attempt to dodge to engage.
Okay.
So this is a -3 because I'm dodging within a template. So let's see if I get lucky. I'll dodge.
Alright.
So no damage is going to go through, and my Father Knight is now engaged with this lovely Aguacil right there. Spending an order up here, and my arrow will be to... well, I'm going to attempt to discover the Aquila guard down here, which would have line of sight once we factor in the silhouettes and everything. We'll use the multispectral visor 3 and just identify it at this point. So it is revealed to be a specter. Now, my understanding of the way things happen, this all happens simultaneously, so his only option would have been to either dodge or discover.
Yep.
So he's actually just going to dodge forward, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you have any shots going his way, this way
I'm
he's...
not shooting at him.
Alright, well, he's just going to dodge forward and maybe get behind cover, which he will successfully do, and he's just going to jump behind the crate here.
Okay.
Second short order is going to be attempting to data scan my Akal commando. So willpower -3, you said?
Looking for an 11.
Okay.
Oh,
No,
not quite.
data scan does not go through. He's going to attempt it again. My arrow, I'm actually going to attempt to spotlight from my Akal commando
Okay.
into your guy as well. Scratch that. I can't actually use spotlight in the reactive turn because the card specifically says, or the skill specifically says in the active turn. So instead, I am just going to attempt to. Oh, part of me just wants to shoot you. I think I'm just going to try and shoot you. That sounds like fun. Actually, no. I'm going to try and identify this crate.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do instead.
Okay.
And
So I still need an 11.
yep.
Oh,
So you will fail, but you
again,
know what?
please.
I will fail as well. Spending another order, and you know what? This time I'm just going to try and shoot you.
Okay.
So I'm going to be in my +3 range band. You are behind cover.
And I also have TO camo.
Ooh, yeah, this is going to be a tough one. So, going to need 7 on this shot here.
No.
No, and you're going to attempt to spotlight me again? Or not spotlight.
data scan?
Yep. Need an 11.
There it is.
There we go.
Finally.
And I take that was one of your classifieds?
That will actually be both of my classifieds have scored.
Oh, good grief. That is fantastic. And dropping the lieutenant order to move in, at which point my arrow will be to attempt to, oh, I honestly don't know. Oh, I guess I'm just going to try and cut down your Aguasil, and
I'm going to try and cut you down.
that's fair enough. Well, at the very least, I might be able to reduce your order pool by another one. So this will be a face-to-face. You have a physical 15 against my Father Knight. I'm going to have a physical 14 to try and cut down your Aguasil. So I will miss, and you will hit me. Ooh, that's not very good. So with the -1 on the knife, this is a physical 13 attack, so I need to roll a 9 or better to stay up.
Oh!
No, Father Knight is dead because it is also a shock attack. So he just goes down. Hellcat going to use the order and try and drop in. I will do a hack arrow against this one in an attempt to well, delay you. Scratch that plan. I have an assault hacking device, not anything else, so I do not actually have the delay enemy aircraft. So instead, I'm just going to do an arrow to turn my paramedic around. So I have a physical 7 to make here.
Made it.
Which I will make, so the paramedic will turn around. And
I'm looking for a 12.
Okay.
Ooh, where am I going?
Okay, so she's definitely going to disperse.
To the 9.
And with a 9, that is going to put 16 inches out, right into the middle of the street, which is going to be kind of deadly.
I'm in a bad spot.
So this is a matter where I'm not too sure what the rules state on it. I'm not entirely sure if I'm allowed to arrow with the fellas that can see the Hellcat. Quirk is saying I should be able to. It does make sense. So please tell us if we got that wrong. As always, page references are fantastic. But we're going to play it that anyone who can now see the new location will be able to arrow against the Hellcat. So with that new location, every single thing on my force, except for my paramedic who turned around.
And this guy.
And, well, he didn't turn around, so he can't see. So almost everything on my force can see this Hellcat. I think that Hellcat's probably going to be dead. Yeah. Starting with the Achilles combi rifle, I'm just going to attempt to shoot the Hellcat. So this is going to be +3 to my roll. And that will definitely hit. So you do have an arm roll against strength 13.
Okay, so I need a 12 here because I'm armor 2.
Go for it.
Oh, got it.
All right. Next up, the Aquila Guard will be using the combi rifle into the Hellcat as well. Sorry, that's a multi-rifle, and it's going to need 18 to hit. So that will hit. So you have your arm roll to make against this of... And that's going to be the double action one, because I don't want shock to inadvertently kill you. So this is against strength 14.
Okay,
so you need to roll 13 or better.
Booyah!
Okay, you're still standing. Combi rifle from the Fusilier into the Hellcat.
Miss!
That's going to miss. Missile launcher, straight ballistic of 13 against the Hellcat. That is going to hit, and unfortunately it is the AP explosive. So this is going to be armor 1, so you need to roll quite high, actually, on
What's
3
the
dice.
PAL? 15?
Strength 14, so
I
need to
need
roll
14s.
14s.
No! I did it twice!
Yes! Just
No.
unconscious!
No!
She simply drops unconscious, giving me the opportunity to maybe data scan her or forward observe her unconscious body. And with the Hellcat going unconscious, that will end the Nomad turn 2. Now, unfortunately, I'm going into a state of loss of lieutenant because my Father Knight has gone down. So it's going to make things a little bit tricky for me going into my turn 2. Going into PanO turn 2, I am in a loss of lieutenant. So, is this turn 3?
No, you're right, sorry.
Yeah, this is turn 2. Yeah, Quirk was just motioning turn 3, but no, this is actually turn 2. Now, in Lost Lieutenant, I have a whole bunch of orders that are going to become irregular. All my Fusiliers, my Neoterra Bolt, even my Aquila Guard, oddly enough. It's not a religious troop. They're all going to be doing irregular until I can nominate a new lieutenant. However, I do have Joan and 2 Achilles Commandos that are religious troops, so they're going to have their regular orders. So I'm going to see what I can achieve this turn. Starting with the regular or irregular order from the Neoterra Bolt, going to launch a missile into your Spectre there, and hope for the best. You are in cover and you have TO camo, so it's going to be -6 right off the bat, though. And in response to the missile, the Spectre is going to attempt to dodge. Alright, so there's actually a quick correction here. I'm at a no modifier for the range, but TO camo's -6, not -3 like I kept thinking like it was with Mimetism, plus cover, so that's actually going to result in me needing a 4 to hit, and your dodge is going to be a 12. So, let's see what happens. I'm
Dodged!
Yeah, you definitely dodged, but I missed anyway. And the Spectre's dodge.
It's just a turn change facing a little bit.
Okay. Spending the irregular order on the Paramedic Fusilier, just going to move 4 inches down and then another 4 inches over.
And I'm gonna arrow and shoot at her.
And can something actually see her? At this point here, maybe? So there will definitely be an arrow. She's going to end her movement right over here, and we're going to see if the Spectre takes her down in the process. And the only places the Spectre was able to see her was right down these stairs here, so she will at least be in the cover save in addition to the -3 range modifier that the Spectre has shooting at her. So go ahead.
Ballistic skill 12 goes down to needing
No.
6s.
Yep.
Oh.
No. So that will not hit, so the Paramedic makes it through. Spending a regular order on the Achilles Commando, and I basically need to get up to that Spectre and try and take him out. So the first move is going to be his 4 inches, attempting to get into base contact with the Spectre, but not quite. Provoking an ARO in the process. And the second one is going to be just to attempt to get actually into base. It will also provoke arrows from the Aguacil and the Gecko there, so a whole bunch of shots going to be fired in at the Achilles.
Are we reading this?
Spectre will need a 15 for +3 in the range band, so go ahead.
Crit!
Of course it's a crit.
Yes!
So he simply drops unconscious, and the commando goes down. Spending an irregular order on this Fusilier, just going to attempt to forward observe the unconscious Hellcat. Burst 2, willpower 12, and both are going to go through. That will actually get me a classified objective as well. And that will grant me the telemetry, which is to succeed a forward observe. Oh yeah. Okay. To succeed an attack against an enemy trooper using the forward observe or spotlight hacking program. Spending a regular order to activate Joan, moving her 6 inches forward, so going to be 4 forward and 2 off to the side, and probably provoking something from the Spectre. That's up on the building there, so we'll have to double check that. Spectre is going to nominate a shot against me. He's going to need 9s. My second short order is just going to be to move my... you know what? You've declared. I might as well declare dodge as my second short order, and just use the dodge movement instead of my 2-inch movement. And this way I might just not get shot. Actually, upon reviewing the rules, I can't actually get the movement from a dodge in the active turn, so I'm just going to change it. I'm going to use my last 2 inches of movement to get her forward, and you know what? Even if she gets shot, she has the capacity to take this. Needing a 9. That will hit. Strength 13 on the combi rifle, needing to roll an 11 or better because of my armor of 3. No, she will take a wound. Spending my last regular order, just going to move her again. I'm going to use the 6 inches to get her right to the door, basically, and just sort of poke her head in. It will provoke some AROs, though. Spectre and the Aguasil are both going to get some arrows. Now my second short order is... I'm going to shoot something. And with where Joan is positioned, all I can see is actually the Aguasil, so she's just going to Spitfire her to death. So we're both in each other's positive range band, so +3 to our ballistic skill for both of these. Joan, however, is in cover, so that's going to reduce the Aguasil's ballistic skill by 3. So needing 11 for the Aguasil, and I'll need 18s with my Spitfire. Alright. So I will have 4 hits against the Aguasil, who's probably going to go down. So go ahead and roll the arm against damage 14 here. Come on, big money.
Nope.
No, the Aguasil definitely dies. And the Spectre still needing 9s to hit. Looking for that crit.
That'll hit though.
It will just hit. And I will
see.
save it so she doesn't take another wound. So at the end of the order, the Aguasil goes down. And my last 2 regular orders, which would be used for these 2 right here, they're actually just going to idle, I guess, because there's not really much they can do. And I want to keep them in position to potentially take out the Spectre if you go to try and discover that, or try to identify that crate. So that will end my my PanO turn 2. Wasn't able to take any more objectives except for the telemetry classified. So the score is still in favor of the Nomads as we go into the final round of turns. First order for the Nomads going on the Gecko.
Just going to scooch over 4 and get into cover here.
Yep.
And then, oh, he's not going to stand there nicely. So I'm just going to angle him this way so he's there.
Yep, want to make sure that facing is still good. That's going to provoke an ARO from both the Aquila Guard and the Fusilier, as the Gecko, I'm assuming, is shooting them. Who's your target?
I'm going to shoot this guy
The
first.
Aquila Guard?
Yep.
Alright. So the Fusilier is going to be at -3 range band. The Aquila Guard, however, will be at a +3 range band. And your Gecko is using the Panzerfaust?
Panzerfaust.
And that's going to be at a +3 range band?
+3 range band, so it'll cancel out your cover.
Yep. So that's going to be straight ballistic skill for the Gecko. And my guy over here, my Aquila Guard, his range band is going to cancel out your cover as well. So it's going to be straight ballistic skill and -3 for the Fusilier. 13 for the Gecko, 15 for the Aquila. I'll get it with a 14.
Oh no, I saw the 13 too.
And this was the AP round, because double action, as much as I'd love to do it, with armor 5 and cover, your odds of blocking that are pretty good.
So
Gecko needs an 8 to not take a wound. And
that's 9, because there's a 6 right there.
yep, that is a 9. Okay, so that is a successful save. And the Fusilier now going in, needing a 7, I believe. And that will definitely not hit.
Alright.
Another order on the Gecko, and he's going to attempt it with his last Panzerfaust shot. So same deal as before. I'll need a 15 with the Aquila Guard. You'll need a
13.
13. Ooh,
There
that
we
time
go.
you're going to get through.
So
Explosive and armor piercing. So my armor goes down to 2 from 4. Behind cover, so +3. So I need to roll 10s or better. And that is enough to take him down completely. Bye-bye, Aquila Guard. Fusilier, though, hoping to get lucky, needing a 7.
oh,
Critical
crit.
hit.
I don't even get anything,
So
so he
the-
goes down a wound.
So the Gecko will take the first wound. Spending an order for this Aguasil, and you're going to attempt to break the crate?
Yes, I am.
Alright, it's armor 1. So roll to hit it, and we'll find out what happens. Gonna shoot it with the combi rifle, getting 3 shots, needing 14s. And
Wow.
all 3 will miss. Oh, we got a stormtrooper here. Spending a second order, going to attempt the same thing. Once again, 14s.
There we go.
Alright, so 2 of those will hit. And I'll go ahead and do the honors for the rolls here. So needing to roll 13s or better to keep the crate up. Nope, the crate will go down, granting Nomads an objective for that. Spending an order on the Mobile Brigada, moving back through the door.
There. And then I'm going to spend my lieutenant order and put him in suppressive fire.
Sounds good. Covering the door in the crate. Final order, this Gecko is just going to change facing and
Move up a
shoot-
little bit there and
Yep.
shoot at this thing.
Yeah, just gonna try and destroy it for the objective. Needing 16s to hit the crate. That will hit it twice. Need 15s or better for the crate not to get destroyed.
Ooh.
Nope, the crate goes down. So that is going to be another secured objective, putting it at a total of 4 points at the moment before we end the game. And that will end Nomad's turn 3. So I have a chance to come back. I do have my new lieutenant, so everything's going to be regular orders. And we're going to see what I can do to try and secure some more points. Spending my first order, and this Neoterra Bolt is just going to fire a missile into the crate and attempt to destroy it for a point. And when he activates, that will actually get an arrow from this Spectre as well. So I got to try my best as the Spectre shoots at me, and this is going to be a face-to-face, so I need 13. Oh, 7. Spectre needing 5. No. So my 7 will succeed, and it's going to be 3 arm rolls against the crate. Needing 14s or better for the crate to stay up.
No.
Nope.
Oh, so close.
It is enough to take the crate out, granting me an objective though. Spending an order on this Fusilier, 2 forward, and then 2 to this. Oh, 2 to keep moving forward a little bit, and we're gonna have to check some arrows here. Aguacil can definitely see him. Now the second short order is going to be. Oh, I might get shot at, so I'm just going to attempt to. You know what? I'm actually going to use my second short order to get him out of line of sight, in hopes that he doesn't get shot to death. Aguacil needing a 14. That will hit. Need to roll a 13 or better. Yes. Nice. Okay, I stay up, giving me a shot at the game still. Second order being spent. Going to move 4 inches forward. This will provoke an arrow, but it's going to give me a chance to possibly forward observe your HVT. So the Gecko over there with the HMG and the Aguacil are going to be able to shoot into my forward observer, and I'm going to hope for the best. The first one, the Aguacil, need an 11. And I will not face-to-face. Well, I will lose that one. And at the very least, I won't drop unconscious. But we still have an HMG to find out what happens. Sorry, I kept saying HMG from the Gecko. It's actually the Mark 12. Gonna need a, you said a 16?
Normally a 16, but you're in cover, so it's a 13.
Okay, needing 13s to hit the Fusilier. See what happens?
12.
Oh, nuts. 15 or better? No, the Fusilier will go unconscious. So it was actually an 11 or better I needed because I am behind cover, but a 10 will still fail that, so he's still dropping unconscious. Spending an order on Joan, she's going to move 6 inches over, and knocking her over in the process, but it's going to get her to there. And we're going to have to check to see if it provokes any arrows. So no arrows, so the next 2 inches will get her right up to the edge of the building here, and end the order. Next order is just going to climb up, and I just realized that even with the orders I have, she's still not going to make it to that objective. I don't think anyway, because I'm going to have to spend another order to climb up, and then a third order. Oh, I might be able to do it with the third order. And looking at the position, even though you will have an arrow against her, I think at this point it's just safe to say it's going to be a Nomad victory, because I was hoping I'd be able to make it up with enough orders, but I forgot there'd be a little gap right there for Joan to crawl up. So this will end the game. Nomads are going to have 2 points for destroying the crates, 2 points for controlling more crates than me, and then 2 points for your classified. So you're going to end the game with 6, and I will end the game with just 2 points. So 6-2, Quirk, awkward left-handed handshake.
Good game, buddy.
All right, good game. Hopefully all you guys enjoyed this. As always, we're going to be putting out more Infinity content, so be sure to watch for that. Of course, there's always going to be a paired video, so you can go check out the vault for that one right now. It's in the link just below. If you're not a vault member, go ahead and hit the link anyway. It's going to take you to the 7-day free trial. Lots of great content in there. Paired videos, campaigns, quick tips, tutorials. Great stuff. Hopefully we see you stick around, because we like to have you around. The more the merrier. And as always, guys, happy wargaming.